Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishna. Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitidamine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavani. Pashata Desakarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gauravakta. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Mukham karoti vachalam pangum langati girim yat kupata maham vande Shri Guru Dinu Parine. Hare Krishna. So today we'll discuss verse number 24, and Krishna has explained in the last verse very clearly about the Paramatma, existence of Paramatma, and he has explained that there is another Param Purusha. So that is additional to the individual soul. So it confirms that there are two souls, individual soul and the Paramatma, who is along with the individual soul. So let us see today's words. Ya evam veti purusham.
Purusham
Prakutim cha gunai saha.
Prakutim cha gunai saha
Sarvatha vartamanopi.
Sarvata vartamanopi
Nasa bhuyo abhijayate.
Nasa bhuyo abhijayate. Yevam veti purusham Prakritim cha gunai saha Sarvata vartamanopi Nasa bhuyo abhijayate.
Devam veti purusham prakritim cha gunai saha sarvatha vartamanopi nasa bhuyo abhijayate.
Okay, so translation and purport. One who understands this philosophy concerning material nature, living entity, and the interaction of the modes of nature is sure to attain liberation. He will not take birth again here, regardless of his present position. Purport. Clear understanding of material nature, super soul, individual soul, and their interrelation makes one eligible to become liberated and turn to spiritual atmosphere without being forced to return to this material nature. This is the result of knowledge. The purpose of knowledge is to understand distinctly that living entity has by chance fallen into this material existence. By his personal endeavor in association with authorities, saintly persons, and spiritual master, he has to understand his position and then revert to spiritual consciousness or Krishna consciousness by understanding Bhagavad Gita as it is explained by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then it is certain that he will never come again into this material existence. He will be transferred to the spiritual world for blissful eternal life of knowledge. So this verse gives the benefit or the advantage of having the proper knowledge. So important point is Vartamanopi. So whatever the situation we are in right now, so maybe like Krishna is telling for us also, but even if we think that our situation is not good, we are not pure, we have not attained proper consciousness, whatever, but if we properly understand this philosophy, then at least we will turn to the spiritual practice. And by that we can attain the perfection. So once so theoretically understanding this concept of material nature and souls looks interesting. Yeah, this like whatever happening around us is just the laws of material nature, and the world operates by that. And I am actually a separate entity from whatever interactions happening around me. So theoretically, it looks very perfect, logical, and maybe it looks like we understood. But when the situation comes, that times actually maybe we forget this philosophy, and we get involved in the situation. We get involved in the emotions, and then we get attached, or we fall into the trap of emotions and attachment. So just theoretically understanding, it does not make perfect. Like Arjuna, after hearing Bhagavad Gita, what did Arjuna do? Arjuna didn't go to forest or sannyas or anything. That he did his duty. He fought the battle. So that means after understanding Bhagavad Gita, the essence of Bhagavad Gita and the reality, actually we are supposed to act in our duties and our dharma, but act in such a way that we don't get entangled. So last 3-4 shlokas, what Krishna has told, that we are completely separate from whatever happening around us. So one of my friend actually he practices Buddhism, and he's of course Japanese, and he actually practices seriously the meditation and all. So I asked him once that because office colleague, I asked him like, how is the practice? Their practice suggest to handle the challenging situations in the office, like if somebody criticizes or if there is a lot of pressure. So what he told, that they have one concept, like in the meditation concept, like when somebody says something about you to either yourself or to somebody else, what exactly is happening? The interaction is like when we speak, the words come out, and we hear those words. So if we literally look at, those are the words with some meaning. Those words have the same meaning. Means if somebody is saying to me like, okay, this is, you are stupid. Okay, so stupid as a word is existing, and it can be used for anyone, anywhere, by anyone. So, but if somebody says to me that you are stupid, then what happens actually? Uh, we get involved in that emotions. How come he's saying to me stupid? No, you are stupid. We immediately react. So in that their meditation practice, they have said like how they practice is, if even if somebody is criticizing or saying anything to you, or maybe saying good thing about you, then those are just the words that are spoken, and those words are existing in this material world, and it's not only specific to me. So those words are spoken, and like I hear all other words, those are also the words that are coming. So that's how they practice. So I thought, and I shared with him that yeah, it's like what is mentioned in this verse, right, in this chapter, right? That whatever happening around us is the interaction of material nature, and as a Purusha, as a soul, I am actually Tatastha. I am away from all these things, but I get involved in the by the modes. So how I get involved, like if I desire that some everybody should talk good about me, then if I hear wrong, then that is something against my desire. So I immediately react. There is no need to react. Even if I desire, for example, that nobody should talk wrong, and if I hear wrong, still what is in my control is that control my emotion. What I can do as an option, I can control myself without giving any reaction. It means without giving the answers or without acting harshly something. then still the ball is in my court. Means still I am at positive side. I have the advantage because I didn't react. So when I didn't react, actually I stopped the chain of actions. So that helps. So when Krishna says that when you understand Veti Purusham, evam Veti Purusham Prakritim cha gune. So when you understand the Purusha, the Prakriti, and how they interact by gunas, then you can actually turn to the spiritual practice. So whatever our situation at this stage, we can turn to the spiritual practice and start the higher realizations. By that, we get the ultimate destination. So for that, what is needed is our proper consciousness. And how the proper consciousness should be is like at every moment, we should understand and we should know what we are doing. So our every action should be consciously done. And nothing should be done without any second thought or proper thinking. Then it can be possible. But in actuality, when we are in mode of ignorance or in passion, it's very difficult. We immediately react. And maybe now sitting at 9:30 and we are reading, it looks like, okay, from tomorrow I will not react. I will just be very conscious what I am doing. I will give 2 thoughts, 3 thoughts before saying anything. Now it looks okay. But when we start our activities, that time the mode of passion starts. So when we start doing the actions in as per our time schedule or as per our plan, and we try to complete the activities within time, actually that is mode of passion. Whenever we start something, that is passion acting. But when we are in passion, if we still consciously in goodness, so we have to do the actions, but that is my duty, that's it. So even if I get late, I should not be worried. If I am hurry on time, I should not be happy. If we have that consciousness, maybe still we are in goodness passion, so we can control. So like this, actually we have to practice. So some yogis do the meditation in the morning, 1 hour, and afterwards they struggle. So the key is we should be always in meditative state throughout the day so that we don't get disturbed. And there will be so many incidents or situations where you are bound to get disturbed. But the key is, even if we get disturbed, we should not be depressed or lose hope. Because this sadhana bhakti is a process of continuously practicing and improving. So we have to keep doing. Practice is do every day, and someday we will achieve that goal. So Krishna is saying that you understand this philosophy of nature and Purusha and the gunas, and then you are fit candidate for to be liberated. So I think this is also very practical words which we can apply. So from the next verse, Krishna gives some explanation about the Paramatma that he has told in the last verse. So we'll see that tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So if anybody wants to add any example or anything extra, we'll have some time. Okay, then see you tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.